Hello dear friends, this is video number 7 in our Management of Information series. For more videos, please visit my Facebook page, Healthcare Quality. In this video, I will introduce my first example, Sara Enterprise. In my opinion, examples help us understand different concepts and how to apply them practically. Sara Morris Enterprises. Sara Morris worked as a clinical psychologist for a number of years. From time to time, she was asked to give motivational and other types of presentations. She is a gifted speaker, and she soon found that she was having more success making speeches than practicing psychology. As a result, she decided to become a professional public speaker for improving human communications. Since she frequently receives requests for follow-up consulting, she decided to offer consulting services as well. Sara markets her seminars via direct mail, advertising, and professional associations. For direct mail, she maintains a list of customers from branch seminars, and she also sometimes buys mailing lists. She promotes herself through professional associations by speaking at workshops that the associations arrange for her. Seminar attendees often request consulting services after hearing her message. In fact, Sara has never needed to market her consulting in any other way. Sara employs an administrative assistant who answers the telephone, responds to routine questions, maintains business records, arranges for the printing of seminar materials, reserves seminar space in hotels, and makes travel arrangements. Her assistant also helps prepare and mail marketing materials. In order to run the business, Sara Morris and her assistant must answer the following types of questions. First group are questions about day-to-day operations. Is Elizabeth Marsh enrolled in the Milwaukee seminar next week? How much money has Allied Industries paid for the 7 attendees at the Atlanta seminar next month? What are the names of the attendees at tomorrow's seminar? The second group are management questions. Are there sufficient attendees to justify holding the seminar in Milwaukee next week? What are the profits from the seminar in Boston? What's our most profitable seminar topic? The third questions are strategic questions. Should we increase prices? Are follow-on seminars worth developing? Is there enough consulting work? Do we want to be in this business? The first group can be answered by looking up data in a file. These are highly structured questions. The second group involves processing of data. These are less structured questions. The question in the third group, such as should we increase prices, is less quantitative than those in the second group. Analysis of data can help, but subjective judgment is also required. This group is composed of semi-structured questions. The very last question is highly unstructured, and though its answer depends to some extent on information produced from data, it depends primarily on Sara's subjective feelings, beliefs, and attitudes. An example, Transaction Processing System TPS for Sara Morris Enterprises. This is an online TPS that uses a set of programs called the Customer Enrollment System. Sara and her assistant key transactions on a microcomputer keyboard. The customer data and the enrollment data are modified, and the class enrollment and other reports are printed. The system provides menus, forms, and reports. A menu is the list of action choices that direct the system's activity. The user selects from the choices presented in the menu. Some selections may cause the display of submenus with additional choices. This form is displayed when the user selects the appropriate choice from a menu. A form on the screen is the electronic equivalent of a paper with blanks to be filled in. To complete the form, the user follows the procedure in section B. The TPS data comprises three tables: customer, course, and enrollment. The customer enrollment programs add, delete, change, or display values in these tables. Reports are most often displayed on the computer screen, but either Sara or her assistant can print them if needed. Sara takes a copy of the seminar attendance report to a seminar to verify attendance. She or a temporary assistant also uses it to collect amount due. Both Sara and her assistant use the seminar date report to overview the year's activities. This program lets users pose questions about the data using a flexible, easy-to-learn language. Improving management information at Sara Morris Enterprises. To answer the management questions, Sara must take data from TPS applications and use it to compute revenue, costs, and profit. She has developed a set of equations to determine profitability. Profit equals revenue minus total expenses. Revenue equals number of attendees multiply seminar price. Total expenses equals fixed cost plus variable cost. Fixed cost equals hotel cost plus travel expenses. Hotel cost equals daily meeting room cost multiply number of days. Travel expenses equals airfare plus daily lodging costs plus 65 multiply number of days. Variable cost equals material cost plus food cost. Material cost equals $40 multiply number of attendees plus $135. Food cost equals 2 multiply break cost plus lunch cost multiply number of attendees multiply number of days. In these equations, the independent variables are italicized. Given values for each of these variables, the profitability of a seminar can be approximated. These equations are a simple model of seminar profitability. To answer the question, are there sufficient attendees to justify holding the seminar in Milwaukee next week? Sara inputs established values for independent variables and receives a report of the seminar's expected profitability. To answer the question, what was the profit from the Boston seminar? Sara inputs actual values from the operational TPS and receives a report of actual profit or loss. Historical data helps Sara answer questions concerning her most or least profitable seminar topic. Sara used a spreadsheet program to compute the equations. This sheet shows pre-seminar projections that assume the Milwaukee seminar may be attended by 10, 20, 25, 30, or 35 people. After a seminar, Sara inputs actual values of the independent variables, and the spreadsheet shows the profit and loss statement for all the seminars Sara taught in the second quarter of year 2022, showing both actual and estimated material and travel costs. This report helps Sara determine the profitability of her seminars, and it helps her assess the accuracy of her projections and her model. If the actual data is not too far from the estimated, Sara will take no special action. If the actual data is quite different from estimated, Sara must do something to improve the estimate. Answering strategic questions at Sara Morris Enterprises. If we discuss the strategic question, should Sara Morris raise her prices? This is a typically decision support system question because it's less structured. It doesn't occur regularly, and answering it involves a dynamic interaction between the user and the information system. Sara believes an inverse relationship exists between prices and attendance, but her problem is that she doesn't know the amount of the decrease. It may decrease only slightly, so the increase in prices will more than make up for the lost revenue. Or it may decrease so much that the increase in prices will not make up for the lost revenue. She would like to know where the break-even point is. In the following spreadsheets, Sara simulates what would have happened in the second quarter if she had changed her prices. She uses the equations from the previous spreadsheet but inserts actual hotel and travel costs data from the second quarter seminars. She computes a baseline case using actual attendance and her current price. Then she adds $100 to the price and assumes 10 and 50% attendance reductions. With a 10% reduction, she earns about $7,500 more with the price increase. With a 50% reduction, she earns about $5,000 less. In this spreadsheet, Sara computes a baseline case using actual attendance and her current price. She adds $100 to the price and assumes 10% attendance reduction. This makes her earn about $7,500 more. When she assumes 50% attendance reduction, with that she earns about $5,000 less. Examining these results, she guessed that she would break even assuming a 35% attendance reduction. She entered that level of attendance and found that her break-even point is just about 35%. Sarah will need to weigh these factors and others before making the price change decision. Thank you.